Have you ever stopped to wonder if the thoughts swirling in your mind are truly yours, or if they're echoes of someone else's voice? Picture this: your consciousness as a vast, empty room waiting to be filled with ideas, beliefs, and dreams. The catch? What if the furniture in that room, every thought, every belief, is not your own, but a collection of things you've inherited, borrowed, or been conditioned to accept? The truth is, most of us are living in a house of mirrors, reflecting back the expectations and assumptions of others, often unaware of our own power to rearrange the space. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that every word you utter is a magic spell, quietly crafting your reality moment by moment. You've been casting spells your entire life, but how often do you stop to consider what you're conjuring? Every "I can't," every "I'm not worthy" is like a stone thrown into the pond of your existence, sending ripples that shape your experience. What if you could instead choose words of empowerment, words that lift you, that echo the truth of who you are beneath the layers of conditioning? Take a moment to reflect on your daily conversations. Are they filled with life-affirming energy, or do they echo the doubts and fears that have been woven into your psyche since childhood? Think back to that time you shared a dream with a friend, only to hear them dismiss it with a laugh, a casual remark that stung deeper than you realized. Those moments are powerful. They shape your perception and, in turn, your reality. The question is, how much longer will you let the opinions of others define your narrative? Here's where it gets fascinating. When you recognize the power of language and the energy behind it, you begin to unearth the scripts you've been following. You discover that each word you choose can either bind you or set you free. The phrase "I am" is more than just a statement. It's an invocation, a summoning of your essence into the world. So what if you began every day by declaring, "I am capable, I am worthy, I am a force of creation"? Imagine the shift in your energy, the transformation of your reality. Words are not just sounds. They are frequencies that resonate with the universe. Think about it. When you say something out loud, you create vibrations that ripple through your energy field, influencing not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Every word is a thread in the fabric of existence, weaving together the tapestry of your experience. So what threads are you weaving today? It's time to reclaim the power of your voice. Speak your truth with intention. Let your words flow like a river, carving new paths through the landscape of your life. Embrace the power of affirmations, not as empty mantras, but as declarations that align you with your highest self. What if, instead of stumbling through life, you began to dance with it, shifting your energy with every step, every utterance? And here's a thought. What if silence holds just as much power as speech? In the quiet moments, when the world fades away, you can hear the whispers of your own soul. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. In that stillness, you begin to uncover the truths that have always been there, waiting for you to notice. What do you hear? What intentions rise from the depths of your being, yearning to be expressed? As you explore the influence of language, consider the symbols that surround you. Words are but one form of communication. The symbols we choose to surround ourselves with, the images we let into our minds, all contribute to the reality we experience. Each symbol carries a charge, a vibration that can either uplift or diminish. Are you wearing your symbols consciously, or are they merely decorations that blend into the background of your life? This journey into the power of language and symbols isn't just about self-improvement. It's about awakening to the truth of your existence. What if you could step into a life where you consciously chose every word, every thought, and every symbol that defined you? Imagine standing at the edge of a new reality, where your voice resonates with the very fabric of the universe, creating a life that reflects your true essence. Let this be the moment you begin to listen to the words, the symbols, the whispers of your soul. What stories are waiting to be rewritten? What truths are yearning to be spoken? As you embark on this journey, remember, every moment is a canvas, and you hold the brush. What masterpiece will you create today? What if, in every moment you chose to speak, you were not just communicating, but weaving the very fabric of your reality? Imagine standing in a forest, surrounded by towering trees, each one a metaphor for a thought you've nurtured. Some trees are vibrant and lush, their canopies bursting with life, while others are gnarled and twisted, remnants of beliefs that have long outlived their usefulness. Each word you utter waters these trees, fostering growth or stunting your own evolution. Consider the conversations you engage in daily. Are they mere exchanges of information, or are they sacred rituals that shape your destiny? Each dialogue is a spell, a chance to affirm your identity in a world full of distractions. The moment you declare your truth, you plant seeds that can blossom into the reality you desire. But how often do you drown those seeds in doubt or neglect? Take a moment to reflect on the phrases you've allowed to define you. Are they affirmations of your power or echoes of fear? Think of the countless times you've dismissed your potential with a simple, "I can't." Each utterance is a stone dropped into the well of your consciousness, rippling outward and solidifying into the very limitations you seek to escape. What if you could replace those stones with seeds of possibility, each one sprouting into a future filled with abundance, love, and creativity? And what of silence? In the spaces between words, what truths await your discovery? When you quiet the chaos of the mind, you open a doorway to deeper understanding. In those moments of stillness, you may hear the whispers of inspiration, the gentle nudges of intuition guiding you toward your highest self. It's in the silence that the universe often speaks the loudest, inviting you to listen with your soul rather than your ears. Imagine this: every object in your home, every piece of art, every photograph is a symbol, each one carrying its own energy, its own story. The colors, shapes, and textures influence your mood and mindset in ways you might not fully recognize. As you move through your space, what energies are you allowing to penetrate your consciousness? Are they uplifting, or do they weigh you down? Start to see your surroundings as a reflection of your inner world. The clutter that surrounds you might mirror the chaos in your mind. Each item holds a vibration, and by consciously choosing to fill your environment with symbols that inspire and elevate you, you begin to reshape your energy field. This is not just decoration, it's a profound act of self-creation. Now think of the words you share with others. Are they imbued with love and compassion, or are they tinged with judgment and fear? Each conversation is an opportunity for connection, a chance to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate presence. Consider the power of a compliment, a genuine expression of gratitude. Those words can transform a mundane interaction into a moment of magic, igniting a spark of joy in someone else's life. But what happens when you speak words that carry the weight of your own unresolved pain? How often do you find yourself projecting your fears onto others, casting shadows where you could have illuminated? Each time you do, You reinforce the very narratives that keep you trapped in cycles of negativity. It's a dance of disconnection, a missed opportunity to foster understanding and compassion. As you navigate this landscape of language and symbolism, remember that you are not just a passive observer in this intricate web. You are a creator, a shaper of reality. The thoughts you entertain and the words you speak are like brushstrokes on the canvas of existence. What will you paint today? Let's not forget the role of intention in this process. Intention is the compass guiding your words and actions. When you infuse your speech with clear purpose, you transcend the ordinary. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, each wave representing a thought or intention. Some waves crash violently against the shore, while others gently lap at your feet. What kind of waves do you want to create? Do you want to summon storms of doubt or gentle ripples of hope? When you set intentions before speaking, you transform your words into powerful spells. Today, I will create connections that uplift. Today, I will speak my truth with confidence. These declarations become affirmations that resonate through your being, shaping not only your reality, but the realities of those who hear you. And what if you could harness the power of collective intention? Imagine a community coming together, each individual committed to speaking words of kindness, empowerment, and love. The energy generated would be palpable, a force capable of transforming not just lives, but entire neighborhoods, cities, and beyond. The truth is, we are all interconnected. The energy you emit touches others, creating a ripple effect that alters the fabric of society. Each time you choose to speak positively, to uplift rather than tear down, you contribute to a collective consciousness that nurtures growth and healing. As you stand at the precipice of this realization, ask yourself, what narrative do I want to create? What symbols do I want to embody? What words will I choose to shape my reality? The answers lie within you, waiting to be uncovered like buried treasures. The moment you begin to listen to the whispers of your soul, to the energies around you, you open yourself to a world of infinite possibilities. This journey is not just about the words you speak. It's about the essence you embody. You are not merely a vessel for language. You are a conduit for creation. So, let your voice carry the weight of your truth. Let your words paint the vibrant tapestry of your life, and let them resonate with the frequencies of love, empowerment, and purpose. Your reality is waiting to be crafted by the magic of your voice. Will you step into that power today? Will you dare to transform the journey of your existence into a tapestry of your own making, one thread at a time? Imagine a world where each time you speak, you're not just expressing a thought, but igniting a spark of potential in the universe. You're calling forth experiences that resonate with the deepest parts of your being. What if every conversation you have is not just an exchange of words, but an intricate dance of energy that shapes the very reality you inhabit? Picture this. You're in a crowded cafe, the hum of conversation blending with the aroma of fresh coffee. You overhear snippets of dialogue, some filled with laughter, others laced with frustration. Each person is weaving their own narrative, unconsciously casting spells with their words. But what if you stepped into that space with intention? What if you chose to engage in conversations that uplift, that inspire? Imagine the energy shifting, the atmosphere transforming as you introduce a new frequency into the mix. You become a beacon, drawing in those who resonate with your vibrational message. And what about the words you speak to yourself? Those internal dialogues can be the most powerful spells of all, shaping your self-image and influencing your decisions. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed"? These phrases are more than mere thoughts. They are incantations, limiting your potential and binding you to a narrative of lack. Now, envision replacing those harsh words with affirmations of possibility. I'm capable of achieving my dreams. I am worthy of love and success. Feel the energy shift as you speak these truths, igniting a fire within that propels you toward your goals. Let's explore a deeper aspect of language, the unspoken. The energy behind your words, the subtle cues, the body language, the tone, communicates volumes beyond what you articulate. You may say, "I'm fine," while your shoulders sag, your eyes downcast. The universe responds not just to your words, but to the energy you embody. What if you began to align your nonverbal communication with your intentions? Imagine entering a room with an open heart, shoulders back, and a genuine smile. Instantly, you shift the energy of the space, inviting connection and openness. Now consider how this interplay of language and energy affects not just you, but the collective consciousness. Every thought and word you project ripples through the fabric of reality, influencing those around you. When you speak words of kindness, compassion, and empowerment, you're not just uplifting yourself, you're elevating the collective vibration. You're contributing to a world where love and understanding flourish. Think about the words we use to describe our world. The language of fear often dominates our conversations. Crisis, failure, collapse. These words create a reality steeped in anxiety and uncertainty. What if we consciously chose to reframe our narratives? Instead of crisis, we could say opportunity for growth. Instead of failure, we could view it as a lesson learned. This subtle shift in language transforms our perspective, inviting possibilities where there once were limitations. As you navigate your daily life, pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth and the thoughts that run through your mind. Are they affirming your power, or are they reinforcing a sense of helplessness? The moment you take responsibility for your language, you reclaim your narrative. You step into the role of the author, not just of your life story, but of the collective tale we all share. Imagine gathering with friends or family, discussing dreams, ambitions, and desires. What if each person in that circle could articulate their visions with clarity and passion? The energy in that space would be electric, a collective manifestation of hope and possibility. Now let's delve into the power of collective language. When communities come together to share a vision, they create a force that can reshape reality. Think of social movements that have changed the course of history. What do they have in common? A shared language, a narrative that resonates with the hearts of many. Words become rallying cries, igniting passions and uniting individuals in a common cause. In your own life, consider how you can foster this sense of collective empowerment. How can you encourage those around you to step into their power, to articulate their dreams and desires? Perhaps it's through conscious conversations, intentional gatherings, or even by sharing your journey through social media. But let's not forget the shadows that linger in the corners of our minds, the limiting beliefs that have been imprinted on us since childhood. Those echoes of doubt and fear can be insidious, often masquerading as protective instincts. Yet, what if you chose to confront them? What if you brought those shadows into the light? Picture a moment when you feel that familiar whisper of self-doubt. Instead of succumbing, you pause, breathe, and ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it serving me? This practice of inquiry can be transformative. By questioning the validity of your limiting beliefs, you begin to unravel the threads of fear that have woven themselves into your narrative. As you peel back the layers, you may discover a deeper truth waiting to be unearthed. Perhaps you've always had a passion for painting, but dismissed it as a mere hobby. What if you allowed yourself to explore that passion, to express yourself through color and form? With each stroke of the brush, you're not just creating art, you're manifesting your true self, reclaiming a part of you that was silenced by conditioning. The journey into the power of language and self-expression is an ongoing process, one that requires patience and commitment. As you practice speaking your truth and aligning your energy with your desires, you'll begin to notice shifts, not just in your own life, but in the lives of those around you. Imagine walking into a room where the atmosphere of intention and vibrancy fills the air. You can feel it in your bones, that electric current of possibility, a magnetic pull toward connection and creativity. Each person in that room is alive with purpose, their words weaving a tapestry of shared dreams and aspirations. Laughter dances alongside meaningful conversations, and you sense that something magical is unfolding. Have you ever experienced that moment when a single idea ignites a wildfire of inspiration among friends? One person shares a vision, and suddenly the room is buzzing with excitement, brainstorming, and laughter. That's the power of conscious language at work. Words become catalysts, sparking flames of creativity that can reshape your reality. Imagine then, if every gathering could harness that energy, every conversation infused with intention and possibility. What if, instead of small talk, you initiated discussions that challenged the status quo? Invite your friends to share their dreams, their fears, their wildest ambitions. Create a space where everyone feels safe to express their truths, to articulate their desires without judgment. This is where transformation begins, not just within you, but within your entire community. You can recall moments in your life when you felt truly seen, when someone listened deeply and reflected back your own brilliance. How powerful would it be to offer that same gift to others? To become a mirror reflecting their potential, their light? As you engage in these conversations, ask questions that provoke thought and inspire action. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? What if you allowed yourself to dream bigger? In this way, you're not just participating in dialogue, you're weaving a narrative of possibility that can ripple out into the world. And think about how this could change the energy of your workplace. Imagine entering a meeting where every voice is heard, every idea valued. The atmosphere shifts from competition to collaboration, allowing innovation to flourish. Yet, the journey of transforming language and energy isn't limited to external conversations. It's an equally profound inner dialogue. Picture yourself standing in front of a mirror, looking deeply into your own eyes. What if, instead of criticizing your flaws, you spoke words of affirmation? I am enough. I am worthy of love and success. Visualize that energy saturating your being, filling you with warmth and confidence. How often do you allow self-doubt to creep in, undermining your potential? Each negative thought is a weight, a stone that sinks you deeper into the mire of limitation. But when you recognize the power of your voice, you can shift that narrative. What if you transformed that inner critic into your greatest ally? Thank you for trying to protect me, you could say, but I choose to rise above fear. I am ready to step into my power. With each repetition, you reinforce a new story, a tale of resilience, strength, and the ability to create. This is not mere positive thinking. This is a declaration of your reality, a spell that shapes your very existence. As you continue to explore the dynamics of language and energy, think of the symbols you surround yourself with, the artwork on your walls, the quotes you display, the books you read. Each one carries energy, influencing your thoughts and emotions. Are they uplifting, or do they weigh you down? You may have a favorite quote that resonates deeply with you, one that inspires you to act. Let's say it's something like, "Your life is a reflection of your beliefs." Imagine looking at that quote every day, allowing its energy to infuse your thoughts and actions. This is the kind of intentionality that can reshape your reality. Consider the power of shared symbols in community settings. A group of people wearing matching symbols, be it a logo, a mantra, or a color, creates a powerful, unified energy. It's like a band of warriors charging into life with a collective intent, each person amplifying the other's energy. What would it be like to cultivate that kind of alignment in your circles? Think about how you can introduce symbols into your life that resonate with your intentions. Perhaps it's a piece of jewelry that reminds you of your purpose, or a vision board that visually articulates your dreams. These symbols become anchors, grounding you in your intentions as you move through the world. Yet, let's not forget the shadows lurking just beneath the surface. Each time you engage with the world, you may come across language and symbols that drain your energy. Social media feeds filled with negativity, advertisements that instill self-doubt. These are not just distractions. They're curses that can pull you off your path. What if you took a stand against this? What if you curated your environment, consciously selecting the inputs that inform your mindset? Instead of passively absorbing whatever comes your way, you actively choose the stories that resonate with your growth. This is empowerment. Now let's return to the essence of creation. Remember that your words are not just spells, they are seeds. Each thought you nurture can grow into something magnificent when watered with intention and love. Picture a garden filled with vibrant flowers, each one representing dreams, aspirations, and beliefs. What kind of garden are you cultivating? Are there weeds of doubt and fear that need to be pulled? As you walk this path of transformation, you may encounter resistance, both from within and from the world around you. Perhaps old friends don't understand your new perspective, or family members question your choices. This is natural. Change can be met with skepticism and fear. But remember, you are the gardener of your own reality. Every time you choose to speak life into your aspirations, you're reinforcing your commitment to growth. Each time you affirm your worth and capabilities, you're watering your garden. And as you cultivate this space, you may find that others begin to join you, inspired by your courage to live authentically. As you engage with this journey, keep in this journey. Consider the power of your thoughts as the very soil from which everything grows. Are they fertile and rich, or are they rocky and inhospitable? Each day, you have the opportunity to nourish your mind with positivity and intention, cultivating a landscape where your dreams can sprout and flourish. Imagine standing in front of a vast expanse, your mind a blank canvas, ready to receive the colors of your desires. What if you could paint your reality with every stroke of intention, crafting a masterpiece that reflects your true essence? The brush is in your hand, yet so many let it lie idle, waiting for someone else to take charge. But you are not waiting. You are creating. Think of the artists who pour their souls into their work, allowing their emotions to flow through their hands. Each brushstroke is a manifestation of their truth, their passion, their struggle. How often do you allow your own emotions to flow freely, to express the depths of your experience? When was the last time you let a feeling move you to create something beautiful? You are a creator in every sense, not just in artistic endeavors, but in the very fabric of your life. Each interaction is a canvas, each moment a brushstroke. What if you approached every conversation as an opportunity to create something meaningful? Your words can uplift, inspire, or heal. They can also wound, diminish, or divide. The choice is always yours. Consider the stories we tell ourselves, the narratives that shape our identities. How many of those stories have been handed to you? What if you could rewrite them? What if you could take the lead role in your own life story? Not as a side character, but as the hero. Bold, adventurous, and unafraid. In this moment, visualize the narrative you want to embody. Picture yourself stepping into that role, feeling the empowerment surge through you as you embrace your truth. What challenges would you face? What victories would you claim? Let's explore the idea of community, the collective tapestry woven by the threads of individual experiences. Each person you encounter has their own story, their own struggles and triumphs. How can your journey inspire others? Each act of authenticity you embrace can ignite a spark in someone else, encouraging them to break free from their own confines. Imagine a gathering where everyone shares their aspirations, their dreams, their fears. What kind of energy would fill that space? Would it not be a cauldron of possibility, bubbling with excitement and inspiration? The more you engage in these conversations, the more you empower not just yourself, but those around you, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. But what happens when you encounter resistance? Those moments when the weight of doubt feels heavier than the lightness of hope. Recognize that this is part of the journey, a dance between light and dark, expansion and contraction. The shadows may loom large, but remember, they are only reflections of what's waiting to be illuminated. When you face these moments, take a deep breath. Ground yourself in the knowledge that growth often comes from discomfort. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to teach me? Let curiosity guide you, for within every challenge lies a lesson, a key to unlock a deeper understanding of yourself and your path. As you delve deeper into this process, consider the power of rituals. What sacred practices can you introduce to honor your journey? Perhaps lighting a candle to signify your commitment to your intentions, or creating a vision board that visually articulates your dreams. Each ritual acts as a reminder, a declaration to the universe that you are here, ready to embrace your power and shape your reality. Think back to the stories of great leaders and visionaries. They didn't simply dream, they enacted their visions, often starting with small, intentional actions that grew into movements. What if you could embody that same spirit? What if you could take that first step today, no matter how small, toward the life you envision? Picture this: a single act of kindness, a compliment to a stranger, a helping hand to someone in need. These small gestures ripple out, creating waves of positivity that can transform not just your day, but the lives of those around you. Each action, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to the greater tapestry of existence. As you weave your own narrative, remember the importance of self-reflection. Take time to journal, to explore your thoughts and feelings on the page. Let your pen be a bridge between your inner world and the external realm. In those moments of reflection, you may discover insights that illuminate your path forward, revealing connections and patterns that were previously hidden. And what if you could bring all of this together? The words you speak, the thoughts you cultivate, the energy you embody, into a cohesive narrative that reflects your highest self. What if your life became a living testament to the power of consciousness, a showcase of what's possible when you choose to act with intention and awareness? The journey to reclaim your voice and reshape your reality is not a solitary one. As you step into your power, remember that you are part of a larger movement. Each person awakening to their potential adds momentum to the collective shift. Together, you can create a world where authenticity, love, and connection reign supreme. So take a moment now. Breathe in deeply, feeling the energy of possibility surge through you. What will you create today? What words will you speak? How will you navigate the dance between fear and courage? The answers lie within you, waiting to be discovered. Each choice, each word, each thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. So go forth and paint boldly. The universe is waiting to respond to the masterpiece that is uniquely yours. What if the moment you step outside your door, you're not just entering the world, you're stepping into a vast theater where every encounter is a scene, each person a character in the play of your life. Picture this. Each day unfolds like a script, your thoughts guiding the narrative, your emotions setting the tone. The energy you bring into every interaction creates an atmosphere, shaping the responses of those around you. It's a dance, a co-creation where you are not merely a spectator, but the lead actor, shaping the story with every word you speak and every intention you set. Imagine walking down a bustling street, surrounded by the hum of life, and with each step, you consciously choose to radiate positivity. Can you feel it? The subtle shifts in the energy around you as people respond to your light. A smile exchanged here, a door held open there, and suddenly, the mundane transforms into something sacred. A reminder that connection is not just possible. It is inevitable when you align with your higher self. Have you ever felt drawn to a stranger, a magnetic pull that defies logic? Perhaps it was in a cafe, a fleeting moment where eyes met, and for a split second, the world around you faded. That spark is a glimpse into the truth of our interconnectedness. Each interaction carries the potential for profound meaning, inviting you to explore the depths of your shared humanity. When you speak from the heart, your words become vessels for healing, understanding, and growth, not just for yourself, but for those who cross your path. Think about the stories you share. Are they filled with hope, resilience, and possibility? Or do they echo the fears and limitations of the past? Each narrative you tell shapes not only your perception, but the reality you experience. Your personal history is a tapestry woven with threads of triumphs and trials, yet it can transform at any moment. Each time you recount a story, ask yourself, am I illuminating the lessons, or am I reliving the pain? What if you chose to focus on the growth that emerged from your struggles instead of the struggles themselves? Now picture the power of your thoughts as a river flowing through the landscape of your life. The direction of that river is determined by your beliefs. If you believe in scarcity, the river narrows, its flow restricted. But what happens when you shift your perspective? The river widens, flowing freely, nurturing the land around it. Opportunities, connections, and abundance spring forth, all because you chose to believe in the possibility of more. But how do you maintain this flow amidst the inevitable challenges of life? Imagine equipping yourself with a toolkit of resilience. Each tool represents a practice, a method for staying aligned with your truth. Perhaps it's a grounding exercise, a moment of breath, or a mantra that resonates. These practices become lifelines in turbulent waters, helping you navigate through stormy seas with grace and intention. Consider the moments of stillness in your day, a pause to breathe deeply, to center yourself. In these moments, you can access the wellspring of your true essence, the reservoir of creativity and insight that resides within. What if you made it a habit to carve out space for this stillness? How might it change the way you respond to the world? And then, there's the magic of intention. Each morning, as the sun rises, it casts a golden glow that beckons you to set your purpose for the day. What if you woke up each morning and took a moment to declare your intentions? Today, I will embrace opportunities. Today, I will connect deeply with those I encounter. Feel the energy shift as you articulate your desires, as if casting a spell that will guide your actions and choices. In this way, your life becomes a series of intentional movements, each step echoing your desires into the universe. The more you embody this energy, the more it resonates with those around you, creating a symphony of cons.